still hung up on Robotnik memes.
3 separate traps, and none of them worked.
Not exactly, your esteemed egginess. They work fine, just not on Sonic.
Hello, Internet. Welcome back. We are back from our break. For video listeners, this is, and video watchers and podcast listeners, this is part 2 of episode 7 of Tales of Jemmora, the Kraken's Wake.
Woo.
Before the break is you met with Watcher Ryan, member of the Night Watchers, who introduced you to her watch captain and informed you that there is a giant snatching children, it seems, from one of the interior villages on Twillin. The party goes to the village and meets a very unusual innkeeper who appears to be about 1,000 years old.
Yeah.
And is quite lewd.
Yeah.
I was about to say she's essentially old lady Herbert.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
mostly
Yes.
a little bit.
Come bring me the paper.
Oh my God. Yes.
After a very uncomfortable series of conversations, the party has now decided to set off in search of said giant. And so from here, we will head back into our game. So, you all kind of quickly leave the inn at Grufton. And Ryan turns to you and says, so, I suppose we should start asking around and try and find out where exactly the children were taken. And then see, I'm sure any tracks would be easy to find from a giant roaming about.
Right, you would think it would be quite noticeable, wouldn't
I
you?
would. And yet, there are just some things about these woods that are just confounding.
Is that normal?
Well, nothing seems normal here.
I mean, would the dead rising from the graves seem normal? I mean, it's normal to us because we're used to it, but
Normal,
shouldn't
but
happen.
not natural.
It's not normal.
agreed. So, but maybe with 6 of us searching, we'll find something.
Maybe.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to ask around in the village
okay.
if anybody, particularly parents of missing children.
Yep. Make me a. So, are you trained in investigation?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
Yes, I am
Oh,
actually.
you are?
Yeah.
Okay. So, in that case, give me a charisma check, add your proficiency bonus. And Ryan's going to help you, so make it with advantage.
Good thing. 23.
Okay. You also notice that folks, like, upon seeing Ryan and, like, basically her armor and, like, the emblem that she wears and everything, you know, they seem to, like, shy away at first, but when she mentions that that they're here to, that you're here to help find the children and that it was Grady Grindle sent the message for them, they seem to actually be more open upon hearing that.
Okay.
You get the sense that because of sort of their dealings, Night Watchers are still a little touch and go. Mechanically speaking, is anyone that is a known Night Watcher member has disadvantage on charisma-based checks when interacting with Twill populace. So that's just relevant for you as a member. But,
Right.
But you actually speak to several of the parents, and you find out that there's what used to be like a safe clearing, or what they thought was a safe clearing, next to the mines, where the children would play, you know, during the day, kind of a thing. That it seems like, despite all better judgment, is children were stolen at night. And it would be the parents would wake up, find the children gone, but then find tracks leading out to this clearing. Like children's tracks leading out to the clearing.
Right.
The next morning.
So the children left willingly. It looks like.
It looks like they left willingly and then were presumably snatched up. And the parents are obviously distraught
Right.
and confused.
Right.
as
okay.
to-
I was going to ask, does it seem like any of these parents might be the type to abuse their children and would make them want to run away?
No.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think so.
No, they feel guilty.
Too much real life knowledge, sorry.
Yeah.
Not my personal life. So,
Especially
just,
whoa, what?
no, not my personal life, just...
I was like, dude, are
Well,
we?
I've worked with kids for over a decade at this point, so just
Yeah.
knowing what I know.
Give me an insight check.
Yep.
Inside a 8.
Okay. So all of the parents seem very distraught and just confused as to why their children would leave at night
Yeah.
and go wandering off, anywhere, regardless of whether it's still in town or in a safe area or not. As the two native Twills know, there's not really any safe area in Twill at night,
Right.
or in Twillin at night. So they, when you mention that you're here to find the children and hopefully return them safely, or at least provide some sort of closure for them, they beg you to do whatever you can.
Yeah, I will assure them that I'll do everything within my power.
For some of them, you get a sense that there's some semblance of they feel guilty. But not necessarily in a I deliberately
Yes, I know what you mean.
hurt them kind of a thing.
More of guilt that
Either
they could have done a better job of watching them or
Yeah.
or preventing this from happening.
Yeah.
Oh. I figure
Well, so I suppose we better go check out this clearing.
I believe so.
Yeah.
So you go and you find there's a relatively steady stream of people going to and from the mines. People going to the mines with sort of empty carts and stuff like that. People coming from with either sacks or carts laden with ore and stones, presumably to get them ready to send down to Rosington for processing, or to bring to the smithies for refinement. The safe clearing is little more than just an open dirt patch next to the mines with a couple benches that were set up. Not really much else to it, although about 15 feet out from there, the forest starts to grow in. I'm gonna say between the 6 of you, you are able to find there are some remnants of and reminders of children in the area. You'd guess that the parents must just be overtired and overworked to have found this, because some of them were in thick underbrush and stuff. You might find a doll or a shoe, or a little necklace or something. But you basically find those three things. And there's like a little hair clip. And you do find some evidence once you get past the clearing area in the woods of a bit of a scuffle. If I could have a survival check from somebody, one person, with advantage.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I was about to say, not me.
It ain't
Do not
me.
ask me.
Yep.
24.
Yeah. So with that,
And that's why we let you do
given
that.
your extensive experience in having to hunt and track and live outdoors, you are able to find what look to be old tracks, but tracks nonetheless, of large feet. These feet are about 2 feet long, right? But they look like human feet, just big 2-foot-long feet. And you're guessing that it was either overgrowth and undergrowth that may have gotten depressed and then quickly regrew, or I don't know, that there weren't any actual trackers who were looking for this evidence. But you do find it, and it seems to go in kind of a northern direction.
Tyron kind of hunched over, fiddling at the ground with his claws.
I found something.
I will go see what he's
Oh, yeah?
found.
He's pointing out a kind of general shape in the ground. It looks, to the rest of you, it kind of just looks like he sees nothing. He's like,
I think this is a footprint. There's another like it up ahead. We could go off in this direction.
That's quite the marvelous tracking skill.
Well,
So I guess we're
I certainly trust in Terrakai's judgment when it comes to the doings of nature, so
Indeed.
lead the way.
so Tyron Kai starts heading off, trying to keep an eye out on the ground for any more signs of this trail.
Yeah. Once you know what you're looking for, it's easy to follow. Yeah.
Not the most subtle of creatures, giants.
No. No. And occasionally, again, between the 6 of you, kind of keeping an eye out for any other clues and everything, you find more pieces of and items of that would be related to children. The trail takes you deeper and deeper into the forest. Because it's daytime, there doesn't seem to be any sort of foul beasts roaming about. And there actually seems to be less of that spirit activity that you notice on your way to Grufton. But every now and again, there's just something weird and off about the forest. That either some part just seems to have like a mist that rolls in, or something seems to like that it should take a turn and doesn't. But yeah, it just seems weird is the best way to describe it. But the path stays true. So, it does take you some time following this trail. So, what I'm going to do is, if I can have everybody make a survival check.
Woof.
Oh,
Oh, that's
And
not terrible.
Because Ryan is also there with you, I will allow one person to basically, re-roll to simulate advantage, but only one.
Not it.
Yeah, I'm
Mine's
okay.
not terrible.
mine is terrible.
Yeah.
How terrible.
Yours is terrible.
He whiffed.
Wow.
We both whiffed.
Oh God.
All right.
So remember, it's the way we're doing this is 1s and 20s are not automatic successes and failures on ability checks, as per the rules, as written. So with your bonus, you actually still have, it's not a terrible.
Actually, with my bonus, it's a 9.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so you're re-rolling
Yeah.
that.
17.
There
Okay.
we
That's a
go.
little better.
There we go.
All
A
right.
little better.
So 17.
Oh, 11.
Okay.
11.
9.
17.
9.
Okay. So. Here's how it's going to work. Is you do encounter some manner of hazards along the way. Sometimes it's some kind of very thick, thorny hedges that are known for growing in twill forests that you have to kind of cut a path through, but it still slashes at you. Sometimes there are what are known as twill rooks, which are a type of malevolent raven that tend to show up and harry travelers. Think sort of like Australian magpies during
God.
breeding season.
Oh.
They're quite nasty.
Oh. Magpies are the ones
That-
things that have swooping season, right?
That is why I carry a stick.
Yeah. So, all totaled throughout your trip is the party as a whole takes 65 points of damage.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is you can divide that up as you see fit among the 5 of you.
I whiffed. I'll take 20.
Okay.
How much?
So now there's 45 left.
I mean, I'll take 10 or 15.
I'll take 15.
I'll
Okay.
take 10.
Okay.
I was about to say if
Actually,
someone
no,
take-
I'll take another 15.
Okay. So that leaves 15 left.
Wait.
So you
Yes.
took 15.
Yeah.
You took 15.
Yeah.
You took 20.
Okay. So 15 left. I will take 10.
Okay. And that leaves
Okay,
5 for
Then I guess I will take 5.
5 for Meg. I also need everybody to make a Constitution save. Now, because you're traveling with Jacobin, you get a bonus to it.
3.
Plus 3.
Plus 3.
Yeah. I bumped my charisma up last level.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And again, one person will be able to roll it with advantage.
Charisma saving.
Constitution save.
Constitution
save.
It's you get a plus 3 bonus to it because of Jacobin's charisma.
I may want to re-roll.
I got an
Yeah,
11.
mine's not great. I got a 5.
16 after.
Yeah, anything not in the teens is not going to be okay.
24.
Who wants to reroll?
Reroll.
Okay. Thank you. That's a little better. So 20, good grief. 27 now.
Okay. All right. So you had 24, you had 27,
11.
11. Turn guy.
16.
16.
8.
8. Okay. So, further question for Jacobin is: are you able to be affected by diseases?
Ah,
Probably not.
I am immune to disease.
Oh, because you have the periapt.
Yeah.
Well,
I
then
have the
never mind.
periapt. I am immune to disease. Oh!
Well, then there we go.
I believe I am also immune to
You are also immune to disease, but I didn't want to spoil it. I wanted to make you roll for it and then be like, oh, well, by the way, you're immune to disease, so you're not affected. It's like divine health. I think you get it at like level 5.
3rd level immunity.
Okay, so that means congratulations, everybody de facto succeeded,
Yay!
Cool.
including Tyrant Kai.
Woo!
So
Yay!
you all manage to kind of treat your wounds to such a degree that none of your wounds become infected. So, because that's what that was for.
Welcome to the jungle!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also noticing along the way is strangely reminiscent of your time in Deepwater is animals in the forest are unusually aggressive toward you. Not reminiscent is trees are also strangely aggressive toward you. That every
That's
now and again
good.
you'll be walking by and then like a branch will whip out at you, or a root might suddenly lift up and trip you. And it seems to get worse and worse the closer or the further away from Grufton you get.
I think we're gonna have to make use of our resident fire mage if this keeps up.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
You
I'm
notice-
animal
gonna
handling to try
have
to tame a tree.
The
brought my hood up. I mean, it's not really gonna do much yet,
yeah.
but I blend more
The
into my
overgrowth
surroundings.
also starts to get unusually thick, slowing your progress. And there are sort of weird charms and fetishes and dolls that occasionally, out of the corner of your eye, look to be strung from branches in the trees. But then when you turn to look at them, they disappear.
Are there any markings that Tyrant Kai would notice, like on trees or anything?
Give me an Arcana check.
Nope. That's 2.
No.
You're a druid, though.
Dude.
Yes.
This must be freaking you the heck out.
Well, that's what I was looking
Little
for.
bit.
Was markings
This
in druidic.
is definitely not your brand of shaman magic. Yeah. Definitely not
This ain't-
the spirits that you converse with.
Saint Your Mama's magic.
No. But you reach an unusually thick grove of gnarled oaks and pines that seemingly grow so thick that despite it being daytime, the sunlight is having a hard time penetrating the canopy.
That's wrong. Wrong.
And you hear a mumbling. And then you hear a different voice, then mumbling. And as you listen for it, you begin to realize that it's arguing. And it's starting to get louder and louder.
Uh-oh.
Two heads
And then you start to hear
Oh, great.
Moving towards us, or
it is getting louder,
okay.
seeming to come. Give me a perception check, Seraph.
14.
Okay. It's seeming to come from the sort of other side of the grove and coming toward you. So, like,
Okay.
you're trying to look through, and you see it's very thick trees, there looks like there is some sort of a clearing, and but you're having a hard time seeing like what's on the other side. But you do hear, it seems like it's coming from the other side and then coming toward you. Let's see. And it's in a language, the arguing is in a language that none of you understand. It sounds somewhat familiar to the storm giant that you all encountered on your journey to Twillin. So you're guessing it's giant.
Sounds familiar.
So you recognize it as giant, but you don't know what it's saying.
It's coming closer.
Well, perfect. That's what we want.
You start to hear the cracking and crushing of trees and logs.
Maybe subtlety.
Giant!
Oh God.
I say with that, let's all roll for initiative.
Yeah.
So let's
Did I just say that I was having you in the party?
Jesus.
You just had
That's
to
when I
mention
get the
subtlety.
Subtlety? Yeah, I
I
did.
was half expecting, what's that? And then you
That's
I
when I
would have
get it.
something to say, but I'm like, no, Twixen would know that.
You can depend on Jacob and
I can depend on Jacob.
be that one.
Not as subtle as a sledgehammer.
Yep. Literally.
Yeah.
so. Yay, okay. Oh, and Watcher Ryan is with you. Okay. 20 or higher.
24.
24, okay. May goes first. So,
About how far away is this noise?
well, so let me do initiative first.
Okay.
So May. 15 to 20. Seraph. One code. 10 to 15.
14, 12.
Okay.
We're always at the bottom.
How I like it.
Save my 20 for when it counts.
You have one above?
Yeah.
Sorry, at
Twix
the bottom,
and
now we hear.
Then he.
Tyrant Kai.
Four.
Watcher Ryan. Jacob.
5. No. Sorry. 4.
Okay.
Wow.
Still enough. And then the end.
Wow.
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 That was a 2
Yoy.
on the initiative roll. So, all right. So to set the scene is you see it's almost like a wall, like a semicircular wall that's going around this grove, and it looks like it's roughly 30 feet of thick vegetation. So it's difficult terrain because none of do you ignore difficult terrain, Tyrant Kai?
What's that?
Do you ignore difficult terrain yet?
No, no.
Okay.
That's Circle of the Land.
Oh, that's
Not
circle of
mine.
land. Okay, right. So, so what that means is you move half speed through it. Because the good news is, it is very easy to get cover. So, until the trees come down. Then there's like a 60-foot clearing, and in that clearing, it's dim light. So, unless you produce a light source, attacks will have disadvantage. And it looks like it's roughly circular. So it's like basically a 60-foot diameter. And then another, 30 feet of thick vegetation. You see there is kind of an opening that has been like, trees have been kind of wedged open. And you now see this ettin basically like stepping through. And then it heard you and it shouts. So, yeah.
So we're about 30 feet from it.
You are right now 90 feet from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am.
So, Seraph, you're on deck.
I am going to double dash. The movement and action to move forward.
Okay. That will get you into the grove.
Yeah, and then I'm going to bonus action hide.
Okay. So I presume you're going to hide behind a tree that's on the barrier of the grove, then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a stealth check.
25.
25? Okay.
Yeah, 25.
All right. So, all right, so you are hidden. Presumably. So you think.
Yes. And he's too far away for me to hit him yet.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's gonna be my move.
Seraph and Twixen's on deck.
Okay. I am going to, using careful spell
Yep.
to designate anyone who goes into the space. I am going to cast one of my new toys, Sickening Radiance, at the grove.
Okay.
So I'll designate that. Since May is in range, she's not included.
Okay. Save.
Yes, con save 15.
Okay.
So I don't need to make that save.
No.
Correct.
Okay.
So it's gonna succeed on that save.
Damn it.
All we gotta do is keep it in the area.
That we do.
Oh yeah. Remember, when I hit, I hurt.
Does
And,
anything happen on a failed save?
there is. It's one of those it doesn't say, so I'm presuming no.
No.
But it needs to make a saving throw each time it starts its turn
Okay.
in
All right,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
area.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Twixen, Tyrant Kai's on deck.
I ready my spear for him to get close.
Okay. All right. Because he's got 60 feet of grove and then 30 feet of thick terrain, like thick overgrowth.
So maybe I'll run 30 feet and then ready my spear. Or 15.
Yeah, you can get, so with your regular movement, you can get 15 feet
Okay.
into the thick terrain.
I will do that.
Okay.
And then I will ready my spear.
Okay. Okay. Are you gonna use your bonus action to do like that special set?
That's what I mean.
Okay, yeah.
I'm setting it against a charge.
Okay. Cool. Tyrant Kai.
Tyrant Kai will move forward the 30 feet, draws his claws together and produces a long shard of ice and hurls it at the ettin. It's ice knife, first level. 21 on the interval.
That will hit.
Okay. That is 10 piercing damage, and then it needs to make a dex save. Save a 16.
It's gonna fail.
10 piercing and 6 cold as the icicle shatters.
Okay. So as your icicle connects and it explodes, kind of thing, you see the ettin sensing this, like it like braces, and its skin seems to like ripple and harden. And you've seen like something like this that Gorm has done before, where like Gorm's skin became like rock-like and protected him from some harm. He still takes the damage, but he's got like rocky protrusions like growing out of his body.
All right.
So what was the total amount of damage?
It's 10. Yeah, so it's
10 piercing and 5 cold?
6 cold.
And 6 cold. Okay. Awesome. Makes it easier for me because it's an even number.
Okay, and then bonus action.
Yep.
I'm going to, so I'm still in the holding position, but I'm going to wild shape
Okay.
into the Deinonychus.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like a much smaller
I'm
version.
getting used to this now from you.
Still not nearly as big as the Allosaurus, only standing about 6 foot tall at the top of the head, but a good 11 foot long, and strangely feathery for a reptile.
Yep. Because we're going with correct dinosaurs.
I was gonna say, because paleontologists have been under feathering things.
Not my Velociraptor.
Well, it's not a velociraptor
I know.
anyway. It's a chicken.
Death chicken.
It's like how
Pollo de
T-Rexes
Muerte.
actually are like cute little birds, but they're
So,
just gigantic.
All right. So it's Watcher Ryan's turn. She is going to. Also, basically run into the overgrowth and take a defensive position, which is to say, she hides.
She hide.
Okay. Jacobin.
Well, I guess we're fighting this thing, so I wanted to talk to it first.
Of course you did.
I did.
Of course you did.
I did.
Yeah, because that totally makes sense for. Never mind, I'm not going there. I'm
Sure
not going
does.
there.
It does, yeah.
I mean, you could still try.
So Jacob,
Nope, he already shot him with ice magic. I think it's too late. Or at least Jacob thinks it's too late. So he runs forward as far as he can. Hammer ready.
It's not far.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
So
Yeah,
you get about 15 feet.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you want to dash.
Use your action to dash.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So you get just on the other side of the. So you're in the clearing.
Yeah. Do I see anything?
So you see there is what looks like a big pile of leaves, and there's a couple of logs that have fallen over. There's like a boulder.
Mostly I'm looking for signs of children.
I would say that's going to take an action to
Okay.
like look around.
That's fine.
Investigate.
That's fine. That's it. So me.
All right. Ettin's turn. It's gonna move toward Jacobin.
It's still in the area of the sickly green light.
What's the radius of that effect?
30
30.
feet.
30-foot radius. Okay. So I mean, yeah. So you could have gotten the whole interior of that area.
Okay.
So yes, it would still be in that area. I'm gonna say it just like lumbers toward Jacobin. So it's gonna use a dash to get up to him because it can't quite reach him with just a regular move. But it gets right up in your face, and both heads are going, like just shouting at you in a language that you don't understand. So, so is it at the start or end of its turn?
I
That makes sense.
believe it's the start.
Okay, that would make sense.
It is.
It's going to make that save.
Fair enough.
So, Courtney, what was your initiative? 24?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Need to do one more thing. There. May, go ahead. So, this creature is within 30 feet of you, but it is not within melee range.
Okay.
We'll say it's like 10 feet away.
10 feet away.
Yep.
Okay. And
Based on its behavior, it does not seem to have noticed.
nobody else is close to it though.
Jacobin's right next to it.
Jacobin is right next to
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I'm totally going out and I'm
Slashy.
gonna slash that thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna slash at it with my sunblade.
So you will get sneak attack.
Yup.
You will.
I do not get assassinate.
You will not get
because it has already taken a turn in combat.
Also, because the moment you come out to attack it, you're no longer hidden.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that means you also don't have advantage.
That's fine.
Okay. Just so we're clear.
Yes.
Okay. Need to get you a crossbow, or just a bow,
A
because you're an
short
elf.
bow.
Yeah, short
enough.
short bow would be enough.
Yeah.
Shorty bow.
Yeah. Sorry. 12 to hit.
That's not gonna hit. It's so this thing has. So let me describe this creature. So picture an ogre, if you will, kind of tall, kind of long,
Or like an ogre?
like an ogre. So kind of like a
Thanks
big,
for the clarification.
big pot belly.
I actually
like
understand that clarification as well.
there's like pockets of thick muscle, but also thick fat in places. Big, like massive hands. It has a big battle axe in one hand and a big morning star in the other hand. Two heads that are constantly arguing with each other, yelling at Jacobin, yelling at everybody else, wearing a large set of like leather trousers, but no top. It does have a necklace with skulls on it.
Like skulls as beads.
Yeah, small humanoid skulls.
Oh boy. That's great.
Great.
That's great.
All right. So that was
And it smells rank.
yeah. I having not been able to hit it, I am going to go back and try and hide again.
Okay.
25.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like, hop behind the bush, goes to stab, misses. Jump back behind the bush.
Yeah, basically. Basically.
All right. So, I need Twixen, Tyrankai, and Seraph to make strength saving throws.
Oh, come on!
And because most of you, what's the radius of your aura?
Give me 10 feet, I want to say.
10 feet? Okay, none of you get the bonus from Jacob.
No what? Yuck. 7.
Oh yeah, but did I get a plus anything to hit with the aura from?
No,
Okay.
that's
No,
only the
just
saving throws.
Oh, only the saving throws. Okay.
18?
16.
16, okay.
Owie.
Um,
Owie.
Seraph, you take 3 points of damage
Oh.
as
Not as owie.
the earth itself seems to rumble and shift, and almost like a wave comes up and rolls forward. So you take 3 points of damage as you are also flung 10 feet forward toward the grove.
Okay.
You guys manage to like realize it in time and jump up to avoid the effect. So you stay where you are and you don't take any damage. Or I will say, you can choose to move 10 feet forward if you wish and not fall prone.
Without
Sorry.
taking the damage?
Oh,
Not prone.
not prone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Without taking the damage?
Without taking the damage.
Okay, yeah, I'll leap the 10 feet forward.
Okay. So that's still 5 feet in the undergrowth, in the overgrowth rather. Twixen, are you gonna move forward or stay where you are?
Move forward.
Okay. All right. So with that,
So basically, they ride the wave.
yes, yeah, you guys ride the wave.
I don't.
So Seraph, before you take your turn, is one of the heads is going to take a deep breath and just like breathe out this noxious cone of fumes. I need Jacobin, Tyrant Kai, and that's it, to make Constitution saves.
Did the wave pull me in close enough to be in Jacobin's aura, or?
Yes,
Okay, so what's the bonus I get?
Add 3.
+3.
Whoa, ooh, that's a good thing. Four.
Okay.
$14.
14.
Or, wait a minute, No, 15.
15.
My apologies.
Woo!
Jacobin.
23.
23. Okay.
Well then.
Smells really, really rank and awful, but you kind of shrug it off.
That's his morning breath.
Fucking disgusting.
Twixen, I believe you are immune to poison. You have advantage. Okay.
on
All right.
saving
So
throws.
my mistake. Please make that save with advantage. Con save.
Let me just make sure I have that right.
I believe that's correct. Apologies to viewers. We are transitioning from a time when Warforged were not officially printed, and I had to make stuff up, and so some things have changed with Sean's character.
Natural 20.
Okay, yeah,
You're fine.
Which equals
Is that a Constitution?
saving throws can
can be or are still.
It would be a 22 if it's a con.
yeah, I mean 22. Yeah, right, yeah, it totally succeeds.
You're fine.
Yeah, totally fine. All right, so now you get to take your turn.
Very good.
Keep it in the range of the light.
Fireball.
Okay.
Fireball.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. It's a Dex 15.
Yep. Makes a save.
Damn it. Only 4. Or is it? Yeah,
It's
it
still
takes
all of it, just
right.
halved.
It's all of it, just
Halved.
just more math.
Prep. Dice on the floor.
Oh no!
Oh no! Party foul.
Yeah, that looked like a good roll.
It's pretty decent.
Yep.
12,
So it
22, 24, 26, 28, 14.
Okay. You notice that it does that sort of stone hide thing again. So you did notice. So when its turn came up, that those stony growths sort of receded back into its body, and it does that again, sort of in response to Seraph's fireball.
It's a reaction ability.
It is. So yeah, doesn't seem to have taken nearly as much as you hoped from that fireball.
Okay.
Bit disappointing, really, actually.
Shame.
Tis, but what are you gonna do? All right. Twixen, it is your turn. Tarnkai, you're up on deck.
Stone becomes flesh becomes like stone, you say.
So it has stony growths, but it's not an object.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just had the monkey touch monolith moment in my head.
Yeah.
So it is still made of organic material when that happens?
It's still made of organic material.
I don't
Like,
think it's gonna
if you
change
were to
what I'm
cast
doing.
Shatter on Gorm while he was using Stone's Endurance, he doesn't suddenly become an object.
Okay. Well, it's not so much an object. It, like, it works on a creature also if the creature is made of inorganic material.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's still,
Still organic?
yeah.
Okay.
Would it blow off the stony growths, though? I mean, are the growths actual stone, or
Like a living
just playing
stone.
devil's advocate here?
I think it's a flavor.
I don't think it's going to change what I'm going
kind
to
of a
do
flavor thing.
regardless.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Shatter on the Ettin.
Okay.
Drop the base.
Upcasting it,
Are you going to cast it in
Level
such a
4.
way to only catch the Ettin?
yes.
Okay.
As best I can. Maybe like cast it so that the bottom part is like in its head.
Okay. DM is disappointed, but, you know.
DM will
Off-brand.
forgive.
Off-brand. So, all right.
A con save.
Con
difficulty
save?
14.
That's a 21 on the save.
Okay. So he will take half damage
Yep.
from what I roll. Right. 58. I need one more. 8. Yeah. Thanks.
Do I have one? Do I?
Round up or round down?
Round down.
10 damage.
10 damage.
Thank you.
You got it. So,
And as a bonus action,
yeah.
I'm already making sounds. I begin to throat sing. Have a D8. For use on pretty much whatever you want.
Okay. Thank you.
Including, because you can also do AC, right? Yeah.
Attack, saving throw, ability check, AC, or damage.
And that's my AC.
Yeah.
Wow.
College of Valor.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That is really good.
Yeah, battle inspiration is nice. So, all right, you gonna hold position?
Yeah.
Okay.
How far is Mr. Ettin?
Mr. Ettin there is basically a 5-foot space in between you and the Ettin.
Oh, so I can. That's no problem.
You
at
can
all.
easily get there, yeah.
I'll circle around slightly because I have, even in the undergrowth, 20 feet of movement to play
Oh,
with.
yeah, easily.
So I'll circle behind it and at least attempt to stay out of weapon range. I'll leap at its leg and attack.
Okay.
So it is a multi-attack, so I'll make 3 rolls. $13, 4, and 15.
The last one will hit.
So that's 1 claw. That doesn't matter.
Oh, no, it won't. I'm sorry. It still has those stony growths. It will
All right.
not hit.
So I do diddly jack mo.
Okay. All right.
It looks impressive,
Yeah.
but does nothing.
At the start of Watcher Ryan's turn, it's going to spin around with the battle axe and try and catch Jacobin and Tyron Kai, as you are both within melee range.
Oh, I'm so glad.
So it misses Jacobin,
Disappear behind the bush.
because I'm going to presume a 15 misses Jacobin. That's nice. And a 14 against Tyron Kai.
Yes, Deinonychus is at AC 15.
Okay, so yeah, you both manage to avoid the blow.
Woof.
So, Ryan is, since it's within range now, is going to duck out from cover and shoot at it with her hand crossbow. And it sinks into its hide, but doesn't seem to pierce it. So it's just got a little tiny rinky-dink crossbow bolt just sticking out of like its shoulder. Doesn't seem to pay any attention to it at all.
Meta moment, won't change anything because my turn's already over, but I'm a moron. I did not add the bonuses to my attack rolls that I'm supposed to.
Oh,
Oh,
for
because wild shape.
shame.
For next time.
Yep.
But so, just for clarification, what were the modified rolls?
It would have been +5 to all of them.
Ooh.
Oh,
Bummer.
yeah.
Two
Yeah.
of those probably would have connected.
Yep. Well, for
Okay.
next time.
She attempts
Everyone
to hide
point and
again,
laugh.
but
Remember for
one
next
of
time.
the Ettin's heads seems to yell in her direction as she hides. So, Jacobin, you are up.
I'm right next to it, yeah?
You are right next to it.
Bonus action, Valve Enmity.
Okay.
Attack. Um, 30.
Yes, I think a 30 hits.
You think so?
Let's put a little mustard on it.
Cocaine.
It's hard to be sure.
Just barely.
Just better.
You said I could add this to damage if I like?
D8.
Let's
for
hold
use
on for a
pretty much
crit
anything.
just in case.
The ecology values.
That's
It's
pretty sick.
real good.
Mm-hmm.
26 damage.
Okay.
Second attack. $29 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Uh, I'll smite this one too.
May, you're on deck.
Why would I not smite?
Given the opportunity to smite, one should always smite.
Always.
It's true.
Always ABS. Always be smiting.
That's true. That was a lesson, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I think that was back home game.
Yeah.
Back when we weren't thinking of the writers on
23 damage on this one.
Okay.
And I don't think the radiant matters on this.
Nope.
Yeah. And that's it.
Okay. Its turn. It's got to save against that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, technically, we'll just say you succeeded on the because is it a concentration spell?
No, it's a
No.
area effect.
Nice.
Okay, but you don't have to maintain concentration on the spell.
No.
Okay, because I know Spirit Guardians you do.
Yes. No, it runs for 10 minutes.
Okay. Ooh. All right. It's gonna succeed on that save.
Oh my gosh.
Con's got to be good for it.
I mean, it's an Ettin.
Yeah.
I'm sure who's got calm. Like,
Or other things.
Yeah.
Or other things.
Or both.
So, yeah, and then it's going to. It's going to multi-attack. And one hit on Jacobin, one hit on Tyrant Kai. It's going to do the battle axe against Jacobin. That's no on Jacobin. That's a 17 to hit Tyrant Kai.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Oof. 14 damage. May.
Yes. I am going to pop out and try and
Well,
hit him.
so
Mother.
before your turn, I need basically melee boys make strength saves.
Strength.
17.
19.
Okay. So it kind of like stomps the ground, and you feel a tremor or whatever, but you manage to keep your footing, and it's going to make a Morningstar attack against Tyrant Kai. We established that a 14 misses you? Yes. Okay. Yep, misses. So you may now take your turn.
Yay. If I can keep my mic on. Yeah, I'm gonna, because he's still, I can still do pop out and
Yep.
hit, hopefully.
Yep.
And they're still within melee, so I still have sneak attack.
Yep.
That's better. All right, 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Well, yeah, no, even more, yeah. All right. So 2, 3, 6, 12, 16, 18, 20, 22 for the first hit with my Sunblade.
Okay.
And then for my dagger with my offhand, that ain't gonna hit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an 11.
Okay. Yeah, that won't hit.
Yeah, no. And then I am going to just keep popping back into and hiding
Okay.
because I can.
All right. It's not going to take an attack of opportunity against you, so you can bop back in.
Yeah.
And make a stealth check.
18.
Okay. Noted. All right.
Finally hit something.
All right. This is gonna be fun.
No.
So I need
I don't like when he says that.
May, Tyron Kai, and Jacobin to make dexterity saves. Actually, this is gonna be in such a way. Let's have Twixen
Oh boy.
and Ryan make them as well.
And
Seraph,
we still
you're
get the
okay.
bonus from Azora? Or
You do get the bonus.
I don't believe
do
that I
get
do.
bonus?
May, you also get the bonus. So plus 3.
It's 10 feet.
Yeah. So you don't get the bonus. Ryan does not get the bonus.
21.
This was a dex save.
Dex save.
9.
Yep.
13.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
Dex is definitely why I'm a Viking.
So, Nate, you notice there's a crunching noise from the tree that you're hiding behind.
Oh.
And you realize if it's something about the end's presence or just the attacks flying around it or whatever, but it's starting to like splinter and everything, and it comes crashing down. You manage to duck out of the way.
Yeah.
Everybody else
Because I sneaky.
Oof. Takes 12 points of bludgeoning damage as this tree falls down on top of you.
Yowie.
That's actually enough damage that it knocks Tyron Kai to the ground and forces him out of his wild shape.
Okay.
But you're just forced out of wild shape.
You just,
Nah.
so yeah. So
Well,
you
I'm still pretty jacked up from the travel here, so there
Yes.
goes my blanket, my cushion of health.
now, those of you that got hit by the tree are prone and restrained.
Oh my god, you're fucked.
until you
Owie.
extricate yourself from being underneath the tree.
Oh my god, you're
So I'm sorry, Courtney. You take 6 points of damage and you are knocked prone.
Okay.
As you know, you were hit by splinters, but you jump out of the way. It's just you land on the ground
Yeah.
to get out of the way.
Yeah, and I'm knocked prone.
Yes, you are prone.
Okay.
So, Sarah.
Is there stable high ground within 30 feet of me, including vertically?
There are plenty of trees.
And they're stable enough that
They seem stable. I mean, you just saw a tree just come down, so you're not sure
Exactly how stable
what the
anything is.
status of them. Like, if you wanted to inspect the trees as an action to determine whether they're stable enough, you could with a nature check. But if you don't want to do that, you can certainly just take the risk and climb them.
oh, I'm not climbing.
Okay.
Oh.
Seraph shouts, and a pair of golden spectral wings burst from his back. He flies vertically 30 feet to land on a branch.
Yeah. The branch holds.
He holds his hands together, and there's a flashing light that sort of shifts from blue to green to red to... It forms, and it sort of is a rippling light, and he throws it at the Ettin. Chromatic Orb Thunder with the +8 radiant damage from Radiant Soul.
Okay. So that's an attack.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
I'll give you advantage.
Ooh, I may not need it, but
Okay.
so that is 25.
Yeah, that'll.
And that. So I upcasted it.
Oh, of course you did.
I mean, I cannot because I didn't mention it ahead of time. Your call.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that it's
That's
base
fine.
level.
That's fine. Orb, second level, 48.
You need more dice.
Still lovely. No,
No.
I'll just roll repetitive.
You missed where Tuck had poured all his dice out before stream.
Oh, do you do like I do, and it just takes up this much, like the entire?
A little bit.
12,
He was encroaching upon my territory.
13,
You're the only one that's allowed to
13,
be a holy warrior.
21, 29.
No, just
Okay.
physically with his dice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, that's why I'm glad I have half a table. So I can
All right.
take up this much space for my dice.
Yep.
So Twixen, before the start of your turn, it's gonna take the Morning Star and just like do a low sweep, and just and try and get Jacob and Tyrantine. No. So against Jacobin, it clips the tree above you and bounces off. Same thing against Tyrankai. Man,
Out of wild shape, AC 17.
it's wasn't even close.
Okay, just making sure.
Wasn't even
Thing
close.
is unlucky with his
Switching.
melee.
It's been
Yeah.
real bad. real bad. All right. Twixen.
How hurt does the Ettin look? Have we been? Does he look like we've even affected it more than like a flybite?
Yeah, it's bloody.
Blooded?
Yeah.
Okay. These rock formations that crop up, do I think that they're like a natural thing that an Ettin does, or do they appear to be more magical in nature?
You're not entirely sure.
Okay. Well, then, erring on the side of caution, I'm kind of an idiot for not doing this earlier. I'm going to cast Dispel Magic upon the Etten at 3rd level. So
Okay.
that means that everything 3rd level or lower goes away, and then I have to roll a check for any spell that he's affected by that is higher than that.
Yeah. So the spell goes off.
Okay. Out of curiosity, does that affect
Affects the
sickening
creature,
radiance?
not.
No.
I could have targeted that, but I specifically targeted the Etten.
The Etten.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it does. It's not just like it's not basically like you just throw an anti-magic ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's specifically targeted. Yeah. So the spell goes off, and as far as you know, the spell worked, but you don't really detect whether anything was removed.
Do I need to make a saving throw?
No.
Or, no? Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
So based on that guess, you'd surmise that these are not actually magical effects.
Sounds good.
At least they're not spell effects in that regard.
Gotcha. And I will continue my throat singing. Have a D8.
Cool.
Okay.
Use for
Tyrant
much
guy,
anything.
you're pinned underneath a tree. What would you like to do?
Attempt to free myself.
Okay. That's going to be strength,
Don't worry.
athletics, or dexterity, acrobatics. Your choice.
Go with athletics.
Okay.
24.
Okay, yeah. You managed to just lift it up just enough to then like roll out of the way.
Now I get the 20.
So,
Yep.
It's always how it works.
so that was your action. However, you still have movement and your bonus action. And you are prone, so it would take just half your movement to get up.
Okay, so I'll get up, and we're still in the underbrush, right? So I have 15.
No, you're in the clearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
So
just,
so you don't have any movement restrictions here.
All right, I'll just move. Wait. Whoa.
Question for Seraph: does the sickening radiance produce light?
It does.
Okay. All right. So it's a brightly lit area then.
I don't. Let's see here. That's a good question. It emits a dim greenish light spreads within a 30-foot radius centered on the point within the radius, and then a dim light is generated on whoever is affected by the spell.
Okay.
So there's a dim 30-foot light in
All
the.
right. I'll say that because there was already dim light, that it makes it equivalent to bright light. So that way you guys wouldn't have to have disadvantage attacking it. So.
After I get up, I'm not in reach of the. I can't reach the Etten, but it can reach me because it just took a swing at me.
Well, you were sort of right next to it.
Oh. No matter what I do, it's dumb. There's no way this ends well for me.
Sounds like a go for it.
Dude.
Do it. Do it. Kill him.
All right,
Powerful to be left alive, Anakin.
I'll use the 15 feet of movement I have left to move away from the Etten.
Okay. You do so.
Oh, so it doesn't take the opportunity
It
attack.
does not.
All right, well, that's my turn.
Yeah, second time it's done, it's tough. Don't worry.
Do I?
Second time it hasn't taken an opportunity attack.
Ryan is going to
Yep.
attempt to extricate herself. And you, Twixen, you see that she kind of slips out from underneath the tree. And that's basically going to be, and she
Essentially
takes a
shields
defensive position
casting
behind the now trunk. So she has like total cover. It's a big, thick trunk. Jacoby.
I will use a Misty Step to step
Okay.
behind
Yep.
Cho'Gall here.
Nice.
For all intents and purposes,
Nice.
yeah.
Big rocky
No,
two heads.
no.
Yup.
That character is Brandon. It's Go Chal.
I ran a whole long adventure one time based on the idea that I wanted an Ettin to basically be Cho'Gall and finding an excuse to have him be
Oh,
a
yeah.
character.
Yeah.
And figure out how to make that monster. Anyways, so, hey, fatty! And I attack 2 times.
Okay.
Not very nice.
Nope. Rude.
Very rude.
Very, very rude.
So rude.
How rude.
Stabbing him? That's fine. You don't insult him.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
I mean, you have a high enough bonus to you might still hit it.
More than enough. Sorry, I just can't math. It's over 20.
Okay. And this is just your first attack, right?
Yep. 12 damage.
Okay.
Second attack. There's the 20. Natural 20.
Okay.
I will add your D8 to
Yep.
my damage.
Yeah.
I will second level smite.
Okay. This is where
the
I have
n-
not miscalculated.
Can bank on that happening at least once during a major boss fight.
Yeah.
And that's why it's nice that he can actually wait to pump his smite into something.
And a D8.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you know now that it produces those rocky growths and everything.
Yeah, of course.
Just let you know.
Yeah. I know that's why you're saving your reaction.
Maybe.
I don't know if it doesn't raise its AC, I don't think, but I think it reduces damage.
DR.
But that's just my guess.
Maybe it does both.
DR5.
Well, I crit, so
DR20.
it doesn't
Holy
matter.
doggone it.
So.
No, not DR.
Oh, Jesus. I have to add up all the maximum of the dice first. Well, you know what? I'll do that after. I'll roll first. So,
Yes, because our crits actually hurt,
a lot.
Yeah, crits are nice.
as opposed to rolling a 1 on a crit.
Crit happens.
I have a pin on my lanyard at work that says crit happens. I got it from work, so I can wear it.
It'd be crazy if Jacob in multi-class isn't a champion fighter.
Oh, dear God.
I am going to go fighter at some point. I have to wait till there's a character time that's
Yeah.
appropriate.
Basically build a crit fisher build.
Yep, you got it.
Could you go like multi-class fighter to take different like?
No.
No.
No. You cannot multi-class into a same class to get a different subclass.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
But there's enough subclasses where if you're looking for a,
Something. You can find something around there.
you can multi-class to something different and pick something up to kind of make that concept.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I
Check
have
out the
kind of-
8-Bit Adventures podcast for our Playing with Class series to learn more about that.
Yeah.
Because I have kind of a crazy idea, but
We'll talk about it at
You're,
break.
you're promoting while he does math,
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
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 math moding, if you will.
Mathematic.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of math to do.
Yeah.
Math.
I feel like I'm missing something, but whatever.
It's going to be an absurd number.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
vast
decent.
numbers.
No, it's not gonna be that high.
It's going to be an absurd number, and then it's going to get reduced by half.
Yeah. Yeah, he knew.
He knew what he was
which
doing.
is fine. 69.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Nice.
reduced by half.
Reduced by half again.
Nice.
So reduced by half is so round up to
Is-
70, round down to 35.
35.
Is yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. D&D makes my simple math skills very quick.
It is howling at this point, in pain at what's happening. That was still a pretty vicious hit, even with it sort of resisting the damage. On its turn,
Does con save?
It is going to make a con save.
I just need to
It finally fails it.
Yes!
Now we got
nice.
glowy green and as it becomes
It
irradiated.
has run out of auto
Pretty much.
succeeds.
Technically,
Excellent.
Why don't I keep
ability
forgetting?
checks, saving
I have that
throws, attack
fell-handed
rolls,
feat.
damage rolls.
And if I roll with advantage and both would hit,
you add the
I
number
might not get
die
prone.
to your-
Yep.
I forget that every time.
Yep.
Could be worse. Your attacks didn't miss because you forgot something.
Yeah.
I think that's also like if you. Isn't it something like if you roll with advantage and you miss or whatever, you still deal?
You just get your
glancing blow?
strength. You get your strength bonus and damage. Yeah.
It's a cool feat.
I always forget that.
Yeah.
I need to find a. I need to somehow bold that.
22 damage.
Maybe right in.
Okay.
Dark pen.
It begins emitting a 5-foot radius of dim light and suffers 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay. All right.
No,
Wait,
sickening.
is that 22? Is that the 22 already
At the end of the
reduced?
fight.
No.
Well,
Hey, sickening radiance is badass.
Yeah.
The 10 minutes.
Yeah,
if you can
dude.
trap a bunch of creatures in an area, you can just let them radiate to death.
At this
heat
point,
metal.
it's weakly kind of staggering about.
Yep.
And
Oh yeah.
it's going to disengage and start to turn and run.
Wait, is this good? Undead?
No.
No.
not
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
So it makes it across the
We're
clearing.
in Twillin, not yet.
That's why I
I thought you were
asked.
going to unveil some new spell that you got or something.
No,
Yes.
no, we're just in Twillin, not
Yeah.
yet.
Yes, I am going to use half my movement to get up so that I am not prone anymore.
Yep.
And then I am going to, again, Sunblade.
Okay. So
Out of,
so number one,
yeah,
you are in overgrowth.
okay.
So getting up from prone costs half your movement,
Right.
and then it costs the other half of your movement to basically get out of the overgrowth.
Yep.
And then if you want,
I can dash.
you can because it's large, you can reach it by dashing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And I realized that with that, I won't be able to. I'm not using my movement to dash. I'm using my
you also
my other thing.
you don't get sneak attack because nobody's near it.
I don't care. I want to hit it.
All right.
I want it to bleed.
Well, it won't because you're using a sun saber.
I realize.
Nice.
28,
That will hit.
Just barely.
I hope so.
and then I'm using. I don't need that anymore. So I can use this for that, right? Yeah.
Okay.
No, you go onto the table like I want you to. 11 points of damage for my Sunblade.
Okay. So it's going to activate that
I
sort
get an
of
offhand.
rocky-like thing.
Yeah.
However, how would you like to do this?
Yes!
Revenga!
Legit.
For the fight, she spent paralyzed and punched a con.
So
Yeah.
it does not conjure's not the right word. Grow those rocky growths like on its back to try and deflect the blow.
Yeah, I don't care about its back. I want to take the Sunblade and just bring it behind the kneecap and just like slice
Okay.
and just bring it down.
Do you have a little pent-up aggression that you need to get out?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
do you not realize
Yes.
this is half the reason why I play? Is because I
so you do
can't
that.
get this out in real world.
So
You could.
you do that, and with
You
the
shouldn't.
exhaustion, it topples and falls over.
Yes.
And then just bleeds out from the rest of its injuries.
I wanted it to hurt.
We don't even know if this was the right Ettin.
I don't care.
It's wearing the skulls of the children around its neck. Come on.
And with that, we're gonna take a break.
Nice.